What is up, guys? Tsunami01 here with my very first FIFA 16 formation review. Of course, we're going to start off with my favorite formation in FIFA 16, and that is the 4-2-3-1, the second variation. We're going to be talking about all different aspects of this formation, the best instructions, the best player types, the pros, and the cons. So we're going to start off with the instructions for the right back and the left back. For any formation that has a 4-back formation that has two right backs, a right back and a left back, I like to tell them to stay back while attacking. That is the only thing I like to change. Just make sure that they stay back. What I look forward to in a right back and a left back is that they must have decent pace. I would say at least 80 pace and then decent defending. If you have more pace, you can lower the defending a little bit. If you have more defending, you can lower the pace a little bit more. Usually I like to have it about 80 in each. It depends. It could vary. If you have more pace, you can do less defending. If you have more defending, you can have less pace. But usually you don't want to really go too low in pace and you don't want to go too low in defending. For my center backs, obviously you can't change anything in their instructions. They automatically stay back while attacking. What I do like to have in those center backs is to have at least 70 pace. Pace is not nearly as important in FIFA 16 as it was in FIFA 15 and previous FIFAs, but you still want to have around 70 pace at least. And then defending, I like to have it at least 80. The higher the defending, the better. That's the most important stat. Make sure that you get those good players. There's a lot of great players that are like 84 defending and 70 pace. Those are beast players. Definitely worth it in stats wise. Then we got the goalkeeper. Obviously you can't change any instructions about the goalkeeper, but I do like to have him all around good player. Check your league, check your nation, whatever you're trying to make a team. Just make sure that he's all around. He's got great stats, he's got good diving. Then we got the center defensive mids, guys, and this is where this formation really shines. I really like this formation because of the center defensive mids, because you can switch it up. You can have one that is more attack oriented, more of a center mid, and the other one which is more of a true center defensive mid that stays back. For both of them, I like to tell them to stay back while attacking and to cut passing lanes. Now, one of my center defensive mids, I look to be a true center defensive mid. He's got decent pace, at least 70 pace like the center backs, and good defending, around 80 defending. The higher the defending, the better. The higher the pace, the better, obviously. But this one is somebody I like to make sure that their defensive work rate is high. I make sure that they're high defensive work rates, and hopefully the attacking is medium or low. But if it is high, just make sure he's got great pace and great defending to make up for it. Now, the other guy, I like him to be more of a CM, a center midfielder, an all-around great player. I want him to have good passing stats. I want him to still be good defending, so at least 70 defending on this guy. But I want him to be good pace, good shooting, good passing, just be an overall good attacker so he can help out in the attack. Because if you don't have a center defensive mid that's a good attacker, you might be a little low on the attack, and that's one of my biggest cons about this formation. It could be lacking in attack if you don't have the right players, so make sure one of your CDMs is more of a CM and all-around good player so he can help out in the attack, especially with passing and finding those open guys. Then we got the center attacking mid. This guy, I want him to be a good shooter, a good passer. Most important is passing. I want him to have good pace, but it really depends on your play style. I usually like to have these guys, all my attackers, at least 4-star skills, 3 stars if you want, but really I like to use some 4-star skill moves, so I definitely recommend that you definitely pick your attackers that have 4-star skill moves. The defenders, obviously, it does not matter what skill moves they have. For the center attacking mid, like I said, guys, pretty good pace, very important the passing, good shooting, and great dribbling. If you can get a guy that's great dribbling, great passing, you're going to be in good shape for the center attacking mid because the passing needs to revolve around him. Then you got your left mid and your right mid. And these, I like to say, to stay wide, stay forward, and get in behind. Why do I say stay forward? Well, because this formation already has such great defense. It's got 2 center defensive mids. It's got 4 backs in the back. I like to tell them to stay forward. I don't need them on the defense. I need to make sure that they're not wasting stamina and that they're staying up there and getting ready for the attack, because that's what I need them for. So I usually like to have these guys to be quite pacey, at least 80 pace. The higher the pace, the better. I usually prefer over 85, stuff like that, and great shooting and great dribbling stats. If you can get that, that'll be great. For my right mid and my left mid too, my right mid, I usually like to have him be a left-footed player. That way I can cut in and take the finesse shot and not have to worry about it. But if he has great weak foots, like a 5-star or 4-star weak foot, it doesn't really matter that much. Then finally, we got the Soul Striker. I love Soul Strikers, but you got to make sure for him that you stay central and stay forward, which is automatic, and target man. So stay central and target man for the striker. I think this way he stays in the box, around the penalty box, and you got to run your offense through him. This is why this formation is so good. If you can get the ball to your striker and let him be a great passer as well as a shooter and look around the play and run your offense through him, that's where it's really going to help you. Do the first time fake shots, do the protect the ball and get by him. The striker needs to be your best player, basically. I like to have the striker, since he is a Soul Striker, to have pretty good passing stats so you can run your offense around him as well as good shooting. His pace does not need to be that great. It can be above 70 and you're good. Above 75 usually, because just in case. But really the most important ones are passing, shooting, and dribbling for your striker. And that basically covers it in terms of instructions. For the center attacking mid guys, you don't need any instructions. I like to leave him how he is. All the other ones, really just make sure you get those good players that really could fit this stat. Now this formation, the pros of this formation is really balanced. You got great defense with those 2 center defensive mids and the 4 backs. Just make sure you put the right players in the right situation so they'll stay back. Make sure you use my custom tactics, which work great with this formation. It's really balanced. It's really good in the attack, but like I said, it could be a con. The attack could be a con if you don't have the right players. If you don't tell your left mids and right mids to stay forward, you don't tell your strikers to stay forward, and your center defensive mids to stay back, and one of them to be more of a center mid so he can help out on the attack. But overall, this formation is probably the best in my opinion. I love it. It's really great. It's really balanced. Great defense, great attack, but you got to make sure you attack with your striker and make the ball go through the middle. Use your wingers, let them get in behind, get the ball to your striker with the get in behind. Hopefully those wingers will try to get in behind, try to make some runs, and you can find them for those openings and score some easy goals. But thank you guys so much for watching. If you like this video, please leave a like, comment, and share with all your friends. If you guys haven't seen some of my other tutorials, I got over 20 tutorials that'll really help out your game. Make sure to click on the top left. If you guys want to see my Road to Division 1, Road to Glory series, click on the top right. If you guys want to see this formation review and all the future ones, click on the bottom left. And of course, subscribe so you don't miss out any future formation reviews or tutorials by clicking on the bottom right. Thank you guys so much.